I am deadly afraid of change. I'm so afraid to say it, but Secret Life is changing. And I hate change, and I'm having the hardest time with it.
Shh. Welcome to the Secret Life podcast. Tell me your secret. I'll tell you mine. Sometimes you have to go through the darkness to reach the light. That's what I did. After 12 years of recovery in sex and love addiction, I finally found my soulmate, myself. Please join me in my novel, Secret Life of a Hollywood Sex and Love Addict, a 4-time bestseller on Amazon. It's a brutal, honest, raw, gnarly ride, but hilarious at the same time. Check it out now on Amazon.
Welcome to Secret Life Podcast. I'm Brianne Davis-Gant. Today I'm pulling back the curtains of all kinds of human secrets. We'll hear about what people are hiding from themselves and others. You know those deep, dark secrets you probably take to your grave? Or those lighter, funnier secrets that are just plain embarrassing? Really the how, what, when, where, and why of it all. Today, my guest is me. Ooh. Oh, so Brianne, what is your secret? Dun, dun, dun. My secret is, I fucking hate change. I am deadly afraid of change. And I am so afraid to say it, but Secret Life is changing. And I hate change, and I'm having the hardest time with it. Okay, I got to go back. Okay, so the last 6 months, Mark and I have been talking, and it's been on and off and on and off and on and off. Like, should we keep doing the podcast? It's been 3 years. We did this podcast, Secret Life, during the pandemic, right at the beginning of it, because we had more time. We were obviously all stuck at home. We were craving connection, how to be of service to the world as a large. And just, I woke up at that 3 a.m., Secret Life podcast, letting other people share their secret after that HuffPost article came out that I wrote about being a sex and love addict in recovery. And it was such a beautiful experience for me to finally feel completely connected as a whole person. I've been a sex and love addict in recovery for those 10 years and no one knew about it in my industry. My good friends knew about it. My family knew about it, but I didn't walk around saying, I'm a sex and love addict in recovery. Yeah. And in this, they call it SLAW. So SLAW, the 12-step program, Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous, you're not supposed to share you're in that 12-step program, which is the stupidest rule, I believe, because I think it keeps us in shame. But I wrote that article knowing I was going to be judged, knowing that I was really putting myself out there. But what it actually gave me is being a whole person. And I just didn't expect that. And I've never felt more whole in my entire life. So after doing that and then giving the revelation to have this podcast, Secret Life, at 3 a.m., like, oh my God, allow others to share their deepest, darkest secrets, or the secrets that keep them, embarrassed, ashamed, those silly secrets that we just keep locked away and don't really talk about. Those kind of things give someone else a chance to share. They don't have to say who they are. They can change their name. It doesn't really matter. And we've done it for 3 fucking years. Like, Mark just told me the other day, he thought it was going to be a year. He's like, I didn't think we were going to make it a year. And to do it for 3 years, and to have so many downloads and so many episodes and so many people reaching out and saying how much it helped them. And majority of our guests are unknown. I've never even met them. I don't know what they look like. I don't even know some of their real names. And the experience has been so effing unbelievable. But 6 months ago, Mark and I were considering ending it. And we came to the revelation that we were ending it. And this last week, I recorded the last episode. And I cried the entire time. And I realized how difficult endings are for me. And I already knew that because with sex and love addiction, we have a hard time. We hoard people, right? We hoard them because we don't want to end things and we're scared of beginnings. We're just scared of change normally, majority of us. And I was terrified, but I kept thinking, I have not been able to record new episodes. I've had so many people reach out and want to record. I've even booked them and I had to cancel because our life right now has boomed. It's huge. I have 2 books I'm writing. I have a booming coaching business that I am fully booked. I work from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. before I have to pick up my son, Davis. I'm still auditioning. I've had to turn down auditions. I'm developing a TV show and a movie, and I'm also a mom and a wife and all these things. And I'm just so struggling right now with work-life balance. And Mark and I have been like, okay, I'm teaching everybody else this, but right now I'm struggling. So what has to give? And the thing that kept going to the wayside a little bit was the podcast. And I didn't want it to because we had all these amazing episodes booked. And I just couldn't do them. There was not enough time in the day to do them. So on last Thursday, I recorded the last episode and it was good and we felt good about it and we edited it and had it ready to go to drop on Monday. And then that call, the 2 a.m., woke up, middle of the night. No, this is not where it ends. This is not where it ends. Yes, you're afraid of endings, but endings are also like new beginnings. Like they can become something new. The podcast can evolve. The podcast can be something new. Secret Life is allowed to evolve, just like I'm allowed to evolve, just like everybody in this world is allowed to evolve. Things can change. They can pivot. They can grow. They can expand. And I had to sit there at 2 a.m. going, okay, but what is it? What is it if I can't take an hour to interview someone and all of that? Like what is still nagging? What is still needing to be a part for me, the message? And it's like, I still get asked questions after episodes I have with people, especially about love addiction, especially about enmeshment, especially about emotional incest. I just had a question the other day from someone I talked about in an episode with Mark. We talked about emotional currency and someone wanted to know more information about it. And it's like, I'm answering those emails and DMs and taking time out of my day. And it was like this epiphany again at 2 a.m. It's like, oh, I can do those types of episodes. When I can't record an interview, I can talk about in an episode, what's emotional incest? What does it look like? What are some things that I give people I work with to work through that, to look at that, to go to the next level of healing for that? Examples of it, things that I am putting in the book even to help people heal from these things. Emotional currency, what does that look like in a relationship? Even porn. The other day I had a question about, is porn good for relationships? And so I sat on and talked about for 10 minutes that. So this is our new approach. I'm going to try to do 1 interview a month, and every other week I'm going to share my personal experiences with trauma, enmeshment, rage. There's a lot of questions about rage and how to deal with rage, attachment issues, anorexia, emotional anorexia is what I'm talking about. Just all that codependency. I know there's a lot of people talking about it, but I talk about it in a different sense and how a codependent actually wants more control than the narcissist. Everybody always wants to blame the narcissist. So I look at it from a different way where the codependent is just as controlling as the narcissist. So instead of ending, we're fucking changing. We're fucking changing. That's what we're doing. We're pivoting and changing and evolving. And I hope you stay for the ride because I love these questions you guys send me. I love the emails you guys send me. You can still want to be on the show, and I'm going to try to get to your interview. It's just going to take me a little longer, but I am invested. I'm invested in you. Please stay invested in us. We are so grateful to all the listeners and how big we've expanded. And I just don't want to lose being a part of your life, because you being a part of my life I'm going to cry, has meant so much to me. So I just hope you love this new format. I hope you enjoy going deeper. If you want, you can send me questions. You can send me thoughts on past episodes. All the old episodes are going to be there. So you can always go back. But if there's questions you've had about, anything I've talked about, even video game addiction, there's one that I was talking about for this 13-year-old boy, that I would love to go deeper and talk about that and how bad it affects the brain of young boys with these video games, and that it's like a babysitter. We're using these devices to babysit our kids and things like that. And it's affecting young boys specifically in the future. And so there'll be an episode about that. But I think I'm really going to start with, the emotional intimacy, what that looks like, not sexual intimacy, emotional currency, and all that fun stuff, and trauma, and some of the inner child work I give my clients. And I'm just really fucking excited. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm having a little anxiety right now because I hope you guys like it. And if you don't, it's cool too. It's so cool if you don't like it. And I'm just grateful you even listened to begin with. And it's okay if this new way that we're going to revise the show is not your jam. I appreciate you just listening in the first place, but I do hope you stick around, because I really am really, really excited to try something new. Since we've been doing this for 3 years, it just felt like it was time to give this another phase, another flavor. So I'm really excited. I'm really nervous. Part of me wants to throw up. And part of me is very scared. Whenever there's change, I get really, really scared. And I fucking hate endings. And it kind of feels like an ending still. But I know it's not a complete ending. But, the same thing, I don't want to be rejected. I don't want to be like, these changes suck. I'm not listening anymore. And I'm sure I'm going to hear that. And that's okay. That is okay, Brianne. Look, I'm like giving myself a therapy session. That is okay. If people don't like it, that is okay. The whole point I do it is to connect to others, to be of service to others, to give my experience, strength, and hope to others, and to help me also hear your voice, what you need to hear. So please reach out. Please email Secret Life Podcast. Please know that you matter. And I'm so glad that I had that next wake up call at 2 a.m. like I did the first time. Do I like waking up at 2 a.m.? Fuck no. But I guess that's like the God shot time for me, is waking up that early and knowing that I can change and evolve, and that the ending of something can also be a beautiful beginning of something else. And I don't have to know exactly what it is. And I hope you stay and enjoy the ride with me. And if you don't, that's okay too. But I'm really excited. And so the new episodes start dropping in January. And yeah. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I'm so excited, but I'm so nervous. Okay. Just breathe with me now. And I hope everyone has a beautiful rest of their day. And if you want to be on the show, please still email me at secretlifepodcast@icloud.com. And until next time.
Thanks again for listening to the show. Please subscribe, rate, share, or send me a note at secretlifepodcast.com. And if you like to check out my book, head over to secretlifenovel.com or Amazon to pick up a copy for yourself or someone you love. Thanks again. See you soon.